Japan, please welcome Yukiya Yuda. And from France, the world number 10, Alexis Lebrun.
Well, that is Alexis Lebrun, the Frenchman, hoping to make a big impact here in the men's singles. This is the second round match. He is taking on Japan's Yukiya Uda for a place in the last 16. It's a best of 5 games until we get to the quarter-final stage here in Las Vegas. Player must win by 11 points and 2 straight points to take the game. That is how they line up the world number 11, taking on the world number 41 for a place in the last 16. Hopes are high for the number 8 seed of France in this one. He is here alongside his brother, who's also playing. I'll introduce our umpire.
The umpires for this match are Celeste Arujo from Portugal and Victor Gallego from Colombia.
Well, the players will make their way over for the coin toss, but this is a really compelling matchup between this pair. It's the very first time we've seen them face off in WTT action. That is a little look then at Yukiya Uda, the 23-year-old who comes from a town just south of Tokyo. World ranked 41 at the moment, but he has been as high as 19. He's a very, very dangerous player on his day.
Please. I have black and red. Red for him, black for you. Black, you choose. Receive, you serve this side.
Well, Yukiya Uda of Japan will receive. The Japanese player still looking for his very first title at WTT level. He must get past this French force, Alexis Lebrun. He's got 3 titles already to his name, most recently in 2024 at the Contender event in Zagreb. But of course, the Smash level, a very different prospect. This is the pinnacle of table tennis. We look then at Yukiya Uda, and I'll introduce to you my co-commentator, Jimmy Butler, 4-time US champion and 2-time Olympian. Jimmy, this is one we are looking forward to, this first round meeting between these 2 really talented players. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's an exciting matchup. Lebrun, anytime Lebrun is out on the court, I think energy. Lebrun brings tons of energy. That's what stands out to me. As far as his familiarity with Uda, his brother Felix defeated Uda 3-0 in a WTT event about 3 months ago, and Alexis was his coach in his corner, so he saw that whole match, so there's some familiarity there as well. Uda, he loves to pressure you with his backhand banana flick. Great receiver, solid on both sides. Like you said, dangerous match. He's been as high as 19 in the world. This is fantastic action, Rebecca.
It really is fantastic action. And we saw there the credentials of Alexis Lebrun reach the semi-finals at the first Grand Smash event of the season. That was in Singapore in February. So he knows what it takes to get to the latter stages of these big tournaments. He's having a great time in Vegas as well. We'll talk more on that a little later on. But this is day 4. This is still the round of 32, so that is the second round of action for these players. And then the finals, of course, taking place at the weekend. Who will still be standing on Sunday? That's the question. Well, Alexis Lebrun has had a roller coaster of a week here, quite literally. He's been riding the roller coaster outside the New York hotel alongside his brother every night. So he's certainly been making the most of his time here in Las Vegas. Well, Jimmy, the Japanese player, he's very handy in doubles, and can we expect him to bring that experience to this singles match today? He's accomplished in doubles.
Absolutely. If he gets his rhythm, this match is going to be very tight, but it's really going to come down to that. Can he find his B+ or A game? Because you're going to have that when you're facing someone like Lebrun.
We saw the
First
fan
game,
vote there. The
Lebrun
fans
to
in
serve.
favor of Alexis Lebrun as well.
Bravo.
So let's see if that holds true come the end of this. Best of 5.
1-0.
There's a page out of the book of Jean-Philippe Gatien from France, 1993 World
0-2.
Singles Champion. He said he liked to serve deep the very first point of a match. He's one of the first great players to kind of start that trend.
1-2.
Well, the Lebrun brothers are so popular in the table tennis world and really have put France on the map in that sense. You mentioned Gatien, but of course
3-1.
these brothers have got so much personality, don't they? They're just so fun to watch.
Stop. 3-1.
You know, an interesting thing to watch when you're talking about Lebrun, and really both him and his brother, it's not just that they play with energy, but they play so fast. So you'll see their opponent trying to slow them down from serving just to kind of gather themselves. They probably play at the fastest pace of anyone in table tennis. They'll serve and they run right up and want to serve the next one quick on you. So they're like sped up out there on a whole nother level.
2-5.
Well, Lebrun had a fantastic start to his campaign in Las Vegas, coming through in straight games against Miloš Radzimski of Poland.
5-3.
Well, that was a nice break for Uda because Lebrun did everything perfectly, but great job by Uda just kind of hanging in there, getting those balls back. Then he caught the edge on that last one. And that caught the edge.
6-3.
So the karma equals out. Let's watch this edge right there.
Let. And go. Not vertically. 6-3. 4-6.
Lebrun getting the service warning, not vertical with the toss, and the ball can't be more than 30 degrees off vertical.
These points are going quick right now.
4-7.
And we just started the game, Rebecca, and we're at 7-4. That's how fast the pace goes when a Lebrun is involved.
Incredible speed there with those two big forehands.
4.
And I like that information you gave before the game started about Lebrun, that he's been riding roller coasters in between matches. I mean, how perfect is that?
6-8.
Fit in with his reputation for speed and energy. He's riding roller coasters between matches.
Oh. 6-9.
That was an amazing point, wasn't it? And you have to feel for Uda with nothing to show for it at the end of that. But this defense from Lebrun was really something special.
That was beyond special, especially that last backhand lob he was able to get to. It was executed perfectly. And then you saw Uda miss it off the end of the table.
Well, it looks like we are going to go to a review of that point.
Challenge by Lebrun. Service.
Players are allowed 2 challenges per match using TTR, Table Tennis Review. If the challenge is successful, then they still have 2 challenges remaining. So certainly it is worth using, taking your chances. confirming there the TTR review showing that the
Challenge unsuccessful.
36 degrees, so the
One
challenge
challenge remains to Lebrun.
unsuccessful
10,
for Lebrun, as we
7.
heard from the umpire there. He has one challenge remaining.
What a finish to the
11-7
game.
game to Lebrun.
Wow, that's how you do it coming off a review. You make a nice serve, get your opponent to pop it up, and then rip it cross court. That ball caught the net a little bit at the end, but nicely done by Lebrun to win this first game. He will lead the match 1-0.
Pour pouvoir mettre la dimension qu'il faut à chaque fois. Il n'est pas trop fixé par mes services, pourtant j'ai fait du corps revers. Oui, mais il t'agresse pas. Non. Donc c'est pas... Faut que tu continues dans la même stratégie, mais juste pense bien.
Players back out at the table ahead of game number 2. And
Second game.
it was such a quick
Uda to
opening
serve.
game, wasn't it, Jimmy? And
Laho.
how can Yukiya Uda impose himself on this? How can he repel the speed of Alexis Lebrun?
Well, that's a great question. I don't necessarily have the answer for it, but he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to
1-0.
try to pressure Lebrun with some offense like this right here. You've got to make Lebrun feel uncomfortable, and to do that, a little offense, a little speed mixed in with control. And that's a nice one right
0-2.
there. See, that was a nice control loop. Let's watch it again. Medium speed opening, it hit the top of the net. He won the point.
Well, you can see the frustration
1-2.
from Yukiya Uda.
Well, he did everything right, made all the hard stuff, and then for him, that was one of the easier shots of that rally. So opportunity lost, but he's playing really well to start this second game. Oh, great job. See, he's
4-1.
really pressuring Lebrun to start this second game. More importantly, his shots are going in, Rebecca. See, he went for a big one there. Why
2-4.
not? You've got to take some risks. He's been feeling it. Here's a little heat check.
Three, 4.
Uda loves to pressure the server with that banana. Backhand flip right there. Oh, that's too good if you're Lebrun.
Oh.
Tip your hat to Lebrun. Watch this again. Nice receive, but then you had to deal with that and then that. Too good.
Really clever play against the left-hander as well.
Great job. All started with a
5-4.
solid receive. You got Lebrun to pop it up a little right there, just a little bit. And that's all he needed to finish that loop. Oh, how good was that receive?
5-4.
Well, that was just so casual, wasn't it?
Just medium speed or even slow, but perfect placement. Oh, that's a tough break. If you're
6,
Uda,
5.
can't afford those little things to go against you because you've got a chance right now this game.
5-7.
Well, Lebrun got himself into the lead. He's now increased that lead. And is this the point at which we start to see him pull away and really assert his dominance?
What a great run of points here by Lebrun. Uda started so strong, and just like that, Lebrun turns it around for a 2-point lead.
5-8.
famous speed
9,
used to
6.
such great effect.
Watch this get right here from Uda. That's incredible, but then... Oh, look at that.
7,
Backhand
9.
banana flip receive. Uda's so good at it. Watch this speed. Oh, that's a great receive
7,
by Lebrun.
10.
He jams it off the bounce. Pretty good length on it. Won the point outright.
10, 8.
2 more game points still to play with.
Besoin d'énergie pour gagner de nouveaux défis? Commencez par un bon sommeil, avec un excellent matelas, des oreillers et bien plus encore.
Finally, Lebrun made a couple unforced errors. He's been so solid. Here's a little opportunity for Uda. But Lebrun says
11,
no
9.
opportunity
Game to Lebrun.
as he takes the second game, 11-9. Let's watch it again right here. Ooh, backhand flat hit. How good is that? 1980s style, you know, the flat hitting game, you don't see it very much anymore. It used to be used a lot back in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. They're almost always spinning. He put in a backhand flat hit there, won the point outright. Uda's like, I haven't seen this the whole match.
Well, impressive indeed from Lebrun. 2 very quick games, 11-7, 11-9. He is, of course, seeded 10 here in this event. Lian Jin-kun, the number 4 seed, knocked out in the first round. A huge upset there. That is Felix Lebrun at 6. That's the brother of Alexis, who's seeded 10. Europe very well represented indeed among the top 16 seeds here. But we have had some big shocks so far. Anton Schalberg, the number 13 seed, also knocked out on day 1. Lin Gaoyan also gone. A couple of big names to have fallen
Referee,
so
please.
far in Vegas. Some interesting upsets indeed, which means that the tournament is wide open. It's anyone's for the taking when names like that are knocked out. Must-win game now for Yukiya Uda. How does he approach this? This is a crucial must-win game for him.
I think for Uda, the best moments he's had in this match so far was the beginning of that second game. He was up 4-1 and really doing a lot of great stuff out there. But the main thing is he was able to get his offense in and put some pressure on Lebrun. Unfortunately, Lebrun turned things around there in that second game.
Well, the third game should hopefully be underway shortly. Looks as though perhaps Lebrun may have a nosebleed. We can't speculate until we have a bit more information, but hopefully all is well and we can continue shortly.
And I can tell you what's probably happened to him. I've been to Las Vegas so much. It's very dry here. We're in a desert. And these kind of things have happened to me as well, where you're just thinking everything's normal and your nose is so dry, a little blood comes out. That's probably what happened to him.
No?
Of course, as well, when you combine that with air conditioning, coming off a long-haul flight.
Yeah, he looks fine, but sometimes that happens here in this dry climate, and that's probably exactly what's happened to him. So he's just trying to figure out what his options are right now as far as the injury timeout's concerned, because you can take an injury timeout, and probably at this point he's having to do that because he's been on that bench for a while. Now the question will be, does he have to keep that thing in while he plays, because you can't have obviously blood coming out of your nose, so that's going to be kind of the
So he has taken a medical timeout. His nose is bleeding, so he's entitled to 5 minutes, as you said, Jimmy. to get that sorted out. But that is a problem, isn't it? I mean, if he does play with that right nostril blocked, that's going to impede his breathing as well.
It could, but with his energy, I don't think anything can slow him down. Certainly not a nosebleed.
Well, it could be the height from the roller coaster, couldn't it? All of those ups and downs from his nightly roller coaster rides alongside his brother. But Yukiya Uda, during this sort of hiatus, it must be a blessing for him in a way, really.
And there we see the doctor, Dr. Lee right there from the USA, attending to Lebrun. Dr. Lee out of Los Angeles, California, owns a club there called the Orange County Table Tennis Association. Played there many times. That's a great man right there, helping Lebrun. What's great about Dr. Lee, he's also a very good player. I'm talking like close to professional level. So he knows medicine and he knows table tennis.
Multi-talented man then. Well, Alexis Lebrun is getting the assistance that he needs, and hopefully we will be underway very shortly indeed. Yukiya Uda is chatting to his coach, and I'm sure grateful of this bit of respite ahead of what will be a crucial must-win game for him. Patiently awaiting news of his opponent, but this might be a good thing for him as well, Jimmy, just to have a bit of time to decompress after two quick-fire losing games.
That's a great point, Rebecca. If you're Uda, this is actually good for you. Anything to just change things out there, and a nice little 5-minute break can't hurt.
It's interesting that he hasn't tried to run around, jump around, keep warm. Looks pretty comfortable still. As does Alexis, as he's, I guess, just waiting for the bleeding to stop. What's going through your mind? But if you are one player or the other, what is each player thinking right now? I guess Alexis is feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think the only thing LeBron's thinking about is, I hope this nosebleed stops so I don't have to wear the thing in my nostril. It looks like he's going to wear it.
4 minutes.
Confirmation then that he has 1 minute remaining of this medical timeout.
And I just heard his conversation. That's exactly what he's doing, is he's trying to figure out if he's going to be able to take it out or not. And the way you find that out is you take it out and see if your nose bleeds. And he's going to do that soon, and that's what he was discussing. He wanted to know how much time he had left before he tested his nose. Because the longer you leave it in there, the more likely that your nose dries up. So the longer he has, the more likely it'll dry up and he can take it out. So he's trying to max out his injury timeout to give that a chance to dry.
Well, a shake of the head. It looks as though he is testing it now. High five with the coach, and it looks like he's ready to get back underway with his nose still blocked up, I think.
He took it.
Third game.
Does he still have
Lebrun
some of that
to
in
serve.
it? He took part of it out and left part of it in, it looks like.
Well, it's a great way to restart. Doesn't look like the nose is causing any problems at the moment.
I mean, what a
0-2.
way to respond after that timeout. I mean, Lebrun just comes out like he didn't even miss a beat, like nothing happened. Oh, and that hurts.
0-3. Timeout.
And we're going to get a timeout. That hurts so bad. And I like the idea. Boy, he went for a lot on that serve. So he was trying to get a point directly off his serve. Can't blame him. It's so difficult to get points right now. And let's listen to this timeout.
Well, Yukiya Uda, things might not be going his way, but there are more Japanese hopes to follow. That's a look at Satsuki Odo. She is currently in the warm-up hall, taking on that athlete there, that is Britt Earland of the Netherlands. They are next up on table 1 inside the Maverick Arena once this match has resumed. Well, it could be over very quickly indeed, the way Alexis Lebrun is playing, unless Yukiya Uda can learn something from this timeout and put it into practice up at the table. Well, do you think it's a strange time to call the timeout after he's just had 5 minutes with his coach during that medical timeout for Lebrun?
Well, that's a good point. You know, he only has one left, and I think at this point he doesn't want this game to get away from him, so he figured, I'm going to use it after losing the first 3 points of this game. And a great timeout because he got Lebrun to make an error off his serve.
Let 3,
So right now, Uda just looking for anything to try to get into a rhythm here. It's just so difficult. Lebrun is just constant energy and near perfection coming at you point by point.
Fault.
As well, Lebrun looks like he's trying to get these points finished off quickly, perhaps to maximize the rushing around and the jumping around that a long rally would require.
And he just got faulted on his serve, and TTR is coming our way.
Challenge by Lebrun. Service fault by Engel.
Well, Lebrun using his second challenge. The first one was unsuccessful. If this is unsuccessful, he has no challenges remaining. On the angle of 41.69, that is way off. It can't be any more than 30 degrees off vertical.
So
that is
challenge
a second
remains
unsuccessful challenge for Lebrun. As you heard from our
1-5.
umpire, no challenges remaining.
And that is great camera work and graphics to see the serve angle. That is well done.
Okay. 2-4.
Great rally. Watch this again. Look at the speed of both of these athletes. Oh, Lebrun punished
6-2.
that half-long serve. Watch the serve comes off the end of the table, and Lebrun waiting for it there.
6-4. 6-2. Sorry.
Oh, a little Truls Morgard
7-2.
chop block by Lebrun. Great shot, creativity out there.
2-8.
Certainly underlining his credentials as a real contender this week in Vegas. Certainly the way he's playing at the minute, he's been really consistent.
This is one of the most impressive matches from start to finish. I've seen this event from Lebrun, and I'm talking all athletes. I mean, the way he's come out from the very first point to where we're at now has been just near perfection.
Nine, 4.
There's another one. Chop block and then the finish. Watch this point again, and let's look at this chop block. See if we get to look at it again. We're not going to see it again. We're going to watch match point here.
5, 10.
Well, the first of them saved, but there are 5 match points remaining. He seals it with his
11-5.
second match
Game
point,
and
a near
match.
flawless
Lebrun,
performance
3-0.
from Alexis Lebrun, a straight games win. He's yet to drop a game all week in Las Vegas, and he marches on to the round of 16. What a performance from the Frenchman, who just got better, better. Clearly untroubled by the nosebleed. And we'll see him in the round of 16. He's an exciting prospect, isn't he, Jimmy? Can't wait to see what he produces next. In the next round, he'll play either another Japanese player, that's Yuta Tanaka, or Truls Morgaard of Sweden. They're playing a little later on in this opening session.